In this video, we're going to talk about the project presentation for RBE 2001. Your team will have 8 minutes to present, and then followed by 2 minutes for questions. So this document is on the final project page on Canvas, and it's pretty straightforward. I think you basically be covering the things that you've been talking about or been working on all along in preparing for your PDR and then your CDR, and now should be pretty mature. And actually, it'd be good to, at this point, even before your presentation, to begin working on your, or at least starting a draft of the final project report. And this is also can be found on that same page. And so there's the different sections there, and I'll just point out too that you do want to have a SolidWorks model in this results section, a shot of that, and in your report you will need to have an exploded assembly view of just the 4-bar and also a bill of materials with these different items here. So that's explained here. So if you get a start on your draft, then of course it's the stuff that you need for your PowerPoint presentation can just be taken right from your draft. And I just also want to emphasize that this part of the final project altogether is 30%. The presentation is 5% of the final grade. It's going to be graded out of 18 points, but you can get up to an additional 6 points if you do a good assembly video of the complete robot. And so you'll have the model of the robot anyways that you'll need to show and position on the field. So I think this is worth doing and can help raise your average. And this is again the rubrics that show how the presentation will be graded. And as I said, you can get this, look at these parameters here and make sure you try it when you do your video. Make sure that those are all met. And of course, I'm always happy to look at what you have before the presentation. Now in the presentation, I'm hoping that you'll have time to do some quality Freebody diagrams, not just hand sketches. And one thing I want to point out is if you go ahead and create a drawing, say you have your 4-bar and you create a drawing of that, you can then just right-click and do a copy, and right-click again and do paste. I'll just say move to the end just as an example here. So that's just a copy, but now that you have the copy, you can do whatever you want with it. So you don't need to delete things. You can go to any part and just turn off the visibility. So I've changed the name, that's all I've done here is I've just created multiple copies and then gone in and for the crank turned off everything else, and his, for the system, and actually was, let me just delete that. So in this particular drawing right here, I was just wanted to show you that it's pretty easy. You can turn on and off sketches or parts, so you just have what you want, and then you can put in the annotation. These are just direct ordinates right from SolidWorks dimensioning, but you can also create these different size arrows, make them any thickness or colors that you want. And an easy way to do that is actually with the just using a text box. So that's kind of a trick. So in other words, if I just come up here and put this text box in, and then if I switch this to just no bent leader, and then just put in a space. Okay, so now I have this arrow which I can move anywhere I want and change the thickness and whatnot. So I'm going to have to stop here and pick up from the next video.